Hello everyone, my name is Addie, and if you don't know, I sell plant pots on my website, plantvengeance.com, like this one, for example, which is my newest release. And today I'm going to continue the series that I've been doing for a really long time, not really long time, but I've been doing consistently lately, which is Demold plant pots with me. So if you don't know, I make my plant pots from with cement, which means I have to use molds to pour them. So I'm going to demold them with you guys. Now I don't really have a set topic to talk about today, so I guess I just kind of talk about anything. So these pots, I did them a little bit differently. I actually made the drainage holes with tip of a paintbrush. I want to see how that turned out because my cement was a little bit thick, so these ones probably gonna have a bit more cleanup than my pots normally do. Okay, so the drainage hole looks good. You can see the bottom, it has this little piece on it, which normally for pieces like this I can use my hands to get them, but I use pliers to clean it up more. Yeah, that's how that looks. So I'm gonna go on to the next one. There you go. Just like this. And I will say, it is nice having the holes pre-made, so I don't have to worry about taking the screws out. So that's nice. And yeah, people just like watching my videos of demolding because a lot of people say that it's satisfying to see the pots come out, which I would agree with. So obviously I can clean the holes up a little bit, but they're still pretty clean. And I'm going to go around the edges of these because the way I was doing it, since the cement was a bit thick, I had to spread it into the mold, which left some on the outside. So this one has a little divot right there, but it's not too big of a deal. So as I've mentioned in past videos, I'm currently working on new products to add. And let me guys give me some suggestions if you have any suggestions for new plants to add to the site. Because right now I only have one succulent option, which is just Strexia succulent or Ogrio succulent or whatever the scientific name is. I think it's Crassula ovata, I think that's what it is, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. So I have those in terracotta pots right now, but I'm currently looking on expanding my inventory in what I have. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I saw someone commented about having Cebu blue. Not succulents, just plants. So that would be an interesting addition to add to the site, because I want to do starter plants and stuff. I don't know if I'll do a lot of larger plants really, because I have an indoor greenhouse. You guys can't see it, but I'm looking at it. And it's one of those small ones, but it doesn't have too much space. So personally, I'd rather have a higher volume of plants, a higher amount of plants, but smaller plants, than have a few larger plants, so that more people can have an opportunity to get plants. And also the good thing is that if the plants are smaller, then I'm more likely to have people be able to pot them in the pots. Especially because plants like, monsteras and Cebu blue and pretty much any sort of tropical sort of thing like that grows a lot quicker than a succulent would. But I'm also thinking of doing monsteras because on Etsy, I don't know if you guys have seen, if you are a big plant person, you've probably seen on Etsy, I've seen sellers that have monstera seeds, just the basic monstera. I forget the name. I'm not really good at plant names. I'm trying to get better at it, but it's hard for me to remember. But some sort of monstera, not monstera albo, but one of the more common varieties. But yeah, I just fleemed there's extra cement right here, and I was trying to get it off, and it like flinged into my face. Okay, this is why we wear glasses, and also because I can't see. But that's okay. So, oh yeah, I had a ton of cement this time, so I normally don't have this much stuff to demold, but I have like this whole tower of pots that I have to clean up, and I have more stuff too. So this video might be a bit long, but my videos have been kind of long recently, so that's just how it's going. Anyway, I want to add those monsteras because I think it would be cool, like, growing houseplants from seeds. You don't really see that with houseplants a lot. Well, you can also grow them from cuttings too. This is a hot plant stick. I promise I'll add these to my website. I keep telling myself I will, and then I keep not doing it. I have like a stack of them over there because every time I have extra cement, if you guys don't know, when I'm making cement, I mix it up for my large pots because those are my best sellers, and then I use the excess to fill the small pots and any extra molds I have. So this is like an extra mold I have. So every time I have extra, I make this. So I pretty much make this every single time I demold, and I do this mold making process like every day. So I get these pretty quickly. But yeah, if you guys have any plant suggestions, let me know. I would appreciate, letting me know what other plants you guys like to add. I was also thinking of doing lithops, which are like living rocks. I think they're type of succulent or like something related. But I think those would be cool because they look really pretty. I feel like those would look good in the terracotta pots. This is kind of sad. This is one of my drainage trays. But unfortunately there's an air bubble right here. It's made a divot right there. Now I do 3D texturing on all my plant pots, as you can see here. So, and most of the time, a lot of times when I have stuff with like divots in here, I don't want to waste it. So when I do the 3D texturing, it'll fill that crack in. So if I can figure out how to do 3D texturing for drainage trays, I can probably do it for that. Or who knows, maybe someone likes the distressed look of the drainage tray. I'm not really sure. But these are like trays for the small pots that you can get if you just want like a drainage tray. Yeah. And if you guys want me to paint these, let me know. I don't have these on my site either, but yeah, let me know. And if you guys want either of these on the website, I want to list them, but I don't know what price to put them at. I was thinking pretty cheap, because just like plant staking, drainage tray, like I don't know, like $4 or $5 or something. Nothing crazy. This one maybe like $3 or $4. This one maybe like $4 or $5. I don't know, but yeah, let me know. Okay, so now we're gonna demold the big pots, and I'm gonna see if I actually have enough time, because it's already been 8 minutes because I talk too much. So I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna have enough time to do both of these. So I might just only be able to do one of the larger ones. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoy my demolding videos, as well as my rambling about my small business and plants and pots and basically anything. I find it pretty fun because I can just like talk on camera about my business instead of annoying people in real life about it. I know people like hearing about it, but sometimes it can be a bit much if that's like literally all I talk about. Okay, so this is one of the big ones, and we're gonna hope that it has turned out well. Because like the small ones getting messed up isn't that big of a deal, but the big ones getting messed up is kind of sad, because since these are so large and they use so much cement, they're not expensive to make, but they do cost something. Like it adds up pretty quickly. Luckily, it's turned out beautiful. And if you want to, actually, you can also get these blank on my site. This is a drainage hole plug, so this won't be in there when it's done. It'll have a hole in the bottom like that. Okay, I do not have enough time to demold the second one, but it's pretty much just going to look the exact same as the one I just did. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to check out my website, you can do that at plantvengeance.com. And I really appreciate you for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.